forget the first thing that I sewed an outfit for my Barbies. We were in Puerto Rico. My mom had taken us there because my dad was stationed in Germany. And she took us to go stay with my grandmother, expecting us to be able to go to school at Fort Buchanan. So it was like super hot. I had just gotten some new baby chicks that were driving my mom nuts because I would let them walk throughout the whole house. And so my grandmother sat us down with her sewing box, probably because I was, a little ADHD as a kid. Drove my grandmother insane. She sat me down. She cut a piece of pink cloth and told me to make my Barbie a dress. So I commenced to make my Barbie a dress. It was the ugliest dress Barbie has ever worn. And it was a high-low asymmetrical dress. Not on purpose, just I couldn't follow directions. So the front was high, the back was low. The sides were asymmetrical. And Barbie only wore it that one day. She never wore it again. Anyways, I didn't take it personally. But my grandmother, she told me that it was an ugly dress and I had done a bad job and that I needed to start again. That didn't sound like very much fun. So I didn't want to do it. But my mother made me sit there and redo the dress until it was like something that maybe like Barbie from the dollar store would wear. Not like the real Barbie, but. So that day I vowed I would never make another dress again in my life. And now look at me. No, I literally was like, I hate sewing. And then I never sewed, well, I didn't sew for till I was like in high school. And then I was a big nerd. Well, I still am a big nerd. But in my geometry class, we had to make a quilt. Mind you, I grew up in like the 1940s where girls had to like learn how to sew and have home ec, So they, instead of like teaching us regular math, they were teaching us how to make geometric quilts. Which, I mean, it was cool. Just super awkward. Could you imagine if you went to geometry today and instead of having to have a Texas Instrument calculator, they were like, okay, take out your quilting squares. I don't think the story is really appropriate for this sewing video, but anyways, that's what it is. Jesus Christ.